Morning, good people. It's your boy Iceberg here. I just wanted to bring you a quick video, a good morning message. It's a Friday morning here, North Carolina. We in the mid 70s right now. I think we're supposed to get up into the upper 80s here in the Triad area of North Carolina. So hopefully everybody has a beautiful Friday planned, a beautiful weekend planned. Hopefully you're gonna be doing something productive, something for yourself, something for your family. I know Friday for a lot of people may be a payday. It may be the day you buy groceries. I wanted to just bring you a quick message about those groceries. So I go to the grocery store just like all the rest of you. But I try to reduce how much I'm getting from aisles other than the outside aisles of the store. Now, what I'm referencing is if you walk into a grocery store, most grocery stores are structured and set up the same way no matter which store you choose. Normally, the outside edges of the store are the aisles we need to stick to if we're going to use the grocery store. Those middle aisles, those are the aisles that are full of all the sugars and preservatives and all the junk, a lot of stuff that we don't need, except for a couple aisles that, you know, you got to go down certain aisles every once in a while. But those outside edge aisles, let's talk about them. So most any grocery store you walk into, one of the doors that you walk in immediately to the left or immediately to the right is going to be a produce section. So think about your grocery store that you like going to, or think about a nicer grocery store maybe that you may need to go to, and think about how that store is laid out. Immediately to the left or the right is the produce section, right? So go in your produce section. You get all your fruits, all your vegetables, anything that your family eats that they like to eat, fruits and vegetables, that's where you find them, right? So when we're in that produce section, what are we looking for? We're looking for organic stuff. Yeah, it costs a little bit more. It goes bad a little bit faster. Why? Because it's actually real fresh stuff grown from the earth, not something processed and grown in a factory or a warehouse or something like that. Now, you can grow some organic stuff in a warehouse. I'm not saying that can't be done. But what I'm saying is this is the stuff that is giving you the best nutrients for you and your family. If they're being honest with you with the labeling in the stores, now not all stores are going to be honest with you, but if they are being honest with you, it'll have a number 9 at the beginning of the barcode on that label. So for example, your organic bananas, the first number in that barcode will be a 9 followed by whatever the rest of it is, and it may say organic on it and all that stuff. That section in the grocery store typically is highlighted, or you know, there's some signage letting you know this is where you can find your organic fruits and vegetables. So, continuing around your store. If you eat meat, I don't eat meat personally. I eat seafood, but I don't eat any land animal, beef, pork, chicken, and any of that stuff. But if you eat meat, nothing wrong with that. That's typically, again, going to be along the edge of your store. It may be in the back row. It may still be on one of the sides or whatever. But again, we're sticking to the edge of the store. So you got your produce. You go around, you get whatever your meats are. Boom, you're still on the edge of the store. You keep on going around, you're probably going to come to, if you need milk, whatever kind of milk you drink, whether it's cow's milk, whether it's almond milk, soy milk, whatever. Boom, typically along the edge. Your juices, that's going to typically be along your edge of your store, right? What else do you really need? I don't know. That's up to you. It's up to you and your family. But if you got your fruits and vegetables, you got your meats, you got whatever you need to drink, you know, other than water, that may be in a different area if you're buying water. But you stuck to the edge of the store. Now think about all of that stuff that you have in your cart right there. That's probably what you need to feed your family. If you got your meat, you got your potatoes, you got your vegetables, you got your stuff to drink, all of that stuff, right? You can find all of that stuff at a farmer's market. You don't even have to go to the grocery store to find that stuff. Better yet, a lot of that stuff you can grow yourself in your garden. All you got to do is start a garden and start growing a lot of those fruits and vegetables that you like to eat, that you and your family like to eat. Once you grow that garden, you're no longer spending that money in that grocery store. Just give yourself a try. If you're going grocery shopping this weekend, after you do your shopping, look in your cart. Look at all of the stuff that you have in your cart. And then ask yourself, how much of that could you have either not gotten, you know, because it may be something that's not the best thing for your family in terms of what it has in it. And then number 2, how much of that could you have supplemented by going to a farmer's market, getting it more fresh and organic, getting it at a better price, and supporting your local farmers? Or how much of it could you have grown yourself and not had to spend the money on? Ask yourself those questions. It's just a simple test that you can do yourself. Nobody even has to know the answer other than you. But once you find out the answer to that question, then it's up to you to take action. Because now you've answered a question for yourself. You figured out how to fix maybe something that's a problem in your family. If money is a problem, or health is a problem, not eating proper or good food is a problem, you can fix 2 or 3 problems at one time just by taking action. And it's not that hard. All you got to do, put your hands in the dirt. While you got your hands in the dirt, put a seed in the hole. Put a seed in the dirt. Give it a little bit of water. Let Mother Nature do the rest. Here in North Carolina and most of the South, the forecast, I don't even know why we have weatherman right now during the summer. The forecast is the same every day. It's going to be somewhere between a low of 70 degrees and a high of, let's say, 100. It's going to feel like it's 90 to 100 degrees every single day when we add in 80+% humidity, and we have a chance of afternoon thunderstorms. That's the forecast every single day from now until, let's say, early September when hurricane season starts. We don't need to watch the weather forecast. That's the forecast. It's going to be a low of about 70, maybe getting into the upper 60s. The high is going to be somewhere between, let's say, 85 and 100 degrees. It's going to feel like it's about 100 to 110 degrees when you add in humidity. And there's a chance of afternoon thunderstorms every single day from now until probably early September. So that's your forecast. Mother Nature's going to help you with a lot of this by providing the rain, providing the sun, providing what the plants need. You just have to get out here and talk to them. You have to actually plant them. That's step one. Just buy some seeds. They're not that expensive. If your family likes cabbage and collards and leafy greens, that stuff is getting ready to come into season right now. Going into August is going to be the time to start planting those things. You get those seeds planted, they'll start to germinate. By September and October, when the season actually cools off for them, they'll be ready to go in the soil. And then you'll have your leafy greens for the whole winter. But you have to prepare your space now. Prepare your soil now. If you don't have something to cover them with, prepare that stuff now. Check your grocery bill. If you reduce your grocery bill, you can spend money on this stuff. And this stuff is a whole lot less expensive. It'll last you longer, and it'll continue to reproduce for you year after year. So what I'm going to show you really quickly in my garden now that I've got my message out, is what I'm getting ready to do this weekend. You yourself can take some action this weekend too and prepare for your family's upcoming winter. Let's take a look. So as you see in my garden, I've cleared out spaces. Over here, we used to have some beans and peas. Now that's just soil, right? You see my squash and my zucchini plants, they're pretty much at the end of their life production. So they're going to be getting cut out this weekend. And I'm doing a no-till method here. So I'm not going to be tilling my stuff up. I'm leaving those nutrients in the soil, because anytime you till your soil, you actually disturb the oxygen in the soil, and that is what kind of helps the plants and the roots produce. So I'm going to do a no-till method. I'm going to add more soil to the top. So I'll be filming myself doing that over this weekend, adding my new layer. But I'm going to add a new layer, and then I'm going to be planting some new leafy greens in this area. Over here where my beans and peas were, I'm gonna be planting leafy greens over there. I'm still undecided what I'm gonna plant here where the squash and zucchini was, but I'll be planting some stuff there as well. But the whole point is, I'm preparing for my family's upcoming winter. I'm preparing for us to have food that we don't have to go and buy, because we're growing it ourselves. It doesn't cost very much. We've been working on it all throughout the spring and summer, and we just keep this process going. Once you've bought the stuff once, a lot of times you don't have to buy it again, because you can harvest seeds. Sometimes you have to buy seeds again, but again, seeds only cost, a couple dollars for a whole pack. And a pack can feed your family for an entire year or maybe longer. So my whole point is, look at your grocery bill. Look at the things that you got in your grocery cart. First off, try to eliminate some of the things that are preservatives and a lot of sugars, just stuff that's not doing the best for the health of your family. Try to eliminate some of the non-organic things that your family's eating and adding in organic things. And then look at, after you've done the elimination, look at how much of it you can either get at a better price and better quality food from a farmer's market, or how much of it you can actually grow yourself. It's not that hard. It doesn't take a whole lot of space. There's no excuse. There is a zero excuse that you can come up with, unless you don't get any sun because you live in a place where there's no sun, and even then you can get a grow light. So there's no excuses for anybody, any location. We all have the ability to do it. All it takes is taking the action. It's on you. Take the action, and then your family will be healthier. You'll be spending less money on food. You'll know where your food is coming from. You won't be worried about any food shortages. You'll be helping your family beat inflation. I mean, tell me where I'm saying something wrong. Tell me where I'm lying. Tell me where I'm saying something that's not going to be a benefit for you. This ain't got nothing to do with your race. It don't have nothing to do with your religion, your sexuality. I don't care about none of that. Don't none of that matter. All of us got to eat. All of us got to shit. I mean, simple as that. So, look, take the action. Take the action now. Get out here with me this weekend. Do something in your yard. If you don't have a yard, get some containers. Plant something this weekend. Start right now. Early July, get something planted. This fall and winter, when your family's eating off of that, you'll thank old Iceberg. But don't thank me. Thank yourself for taking the action today. Take the action right now, today. If you got questions about it, go to the People's Garden website, thepeoplesgardenzero.com. thepeoplesgardenzero.com. That's where me, a whole bunch of other people who are kind of new in the gardening community and some who are a little more experienced are going there. We're asking questions. We're getting questions answered. We're trying to grow a gardening community because everybody can do it. Everybody can do this. Kids can do this. It don't matter how young or old you are. Everybody can do this, and your kids would love doing this. Do it with your kids. You know how amazing it was to me the first time we did the little experiment with the seed when we were little. You put it in a paper towel and watch the little sprout pop out and all that stuff. That was amazing to me. And it's still amazing to kids today. And then they see it grow to become these beautiful green things, and it's producing food for them. You know how amazing that would be to a kid? What if every kid grew up wanting to be a gardener, or just knowing how to grow a garden? Every kid knew how to grow a garden, right? So every house that we saw in America had a garden outside of it because everybody knew how to grow their own garden. We just grew our own food. What if that happened? We can make that happen, but it starts with you. You have to take the action. You model it for your children. You do it with your children. They'll gain the interest. They'll want to see them growing their own food. And we can all get healthier. We can all have more money in our pockets. We can all be just happier. Let's do it, good people. We can do this all together. Come on now. It's we the people. Why is it we the people? Because we the people control this if we actually want to. We got to stop giving away our control to everybody else. I ain't gonna say who, politicians and all that stuff, but we got to stop giving away our control. We got to take the control back, and we can do it in ways that are so much simpler than what they're arguing about. We have the control in our hands. All we have to do is take the action. Let's go, good people. Salute.